first inning to give him 36 strikeouts on the season. Nadi launches this one into the jet stream, and that one is a no-doubter over the left field wall. A solo shot to start off the second for Jimmy Nadi, his second big fly of the season, and Stanford takes the 1-0 lead.
Those secrets on that fastball down Broadway, Nadi was on time.
Run of the season, but again, he was an NCBWA All-American preseason second teamer, as Lavin flies out into left field right there to Jackson Miller. But for higher leverage situations, we saw in the game against LMU last time out that he was taken out early despite a low pitch count because his fastball was really dipping below that average speed in the latter.
Delivery is so sound, you just know he's going to fill up the zone.
Swing and a miss for a strike, throw down to second, and it pops out of the glove of J.D. Stein. Looks like they would have had their runner.
A hard time catching up to it.
There's a swing and a miss, and that's the Chris Lavonis that we know. As this one is flared up, straight back towards the catcher Keenan, and he'll make the play for the third out. Stanford, though, gets one run across
third base. It's tougher to do that.
And that one maybe tried to overcompensate. 280 on the season. And that one gets through the legs of the catcher Lavin. Runner makes all the way to second, and that's not going to be a stolen base, but an advance on a wild from Georgetown. Spent his first 2 years with the Hoyas as he flares this one into left center, being called off for by Kettleson, and he'll make the grab. Runner won't tag up. So with one out, Keenan remains. Freshman has seen plenty of action so far, but he takes a strikeout there. Williams flares that one into left field. It's going to drop, and Keenan's going to come home off the stem of the bat, but it gets the job done, and Wake Forest ties up the game on that RBI bloop single from Jewis. Back up the bat, the count is 0-1 after he took that strike. And he powers this one sky high into the shallow outfield. Someone's got to get it for Stanford, and it's the center fielder, Kettleson. So Sasaki punches this one down the left field line, and that's fair. Sasaki rounding for second, chugging over. And that throw bit off, and so it's a leadoff double for Sasaki, his second extra base hit of the series. Chance for the first out here. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 5 on today for Chris Lavonis as Bates punches this one up towards center field. Williams tracking back. And is that one over the wall? Yes, it is. A 2-run shot from Charlie Bates, his second big fly of the season, and Stanford takes a 3-1 lead. That one just carried and carried and carried.
That was a wind-blown home run, you know.
Did he go around? Yes, he. 2-2 again. This one chopped over to third. Throw across the diamond from Wentz is there, and that ends the inning, but not before.
My hitters said I was overly conservative, but
here's a pop fly into left field. McDonald gets underneath and makes the first out of the
body with a stride direction.
That one up and in, and it's a 4-pitch walk. Keenan on the mound. It's his birthday, and he gets a hesitant swing and a miss out of Conti after a long battle of an at-bat. That's outnumbered. This one hammered into right field. Marsh at the track, and he misses the catch. Went for the diving attempt. It's no good. Miller going to round over to third, and he'll stay there, but it's an RBI triple that brings home Luke Costello and pulls Wake within 1. Jimmy Keenan blasts this one into right field. That's going to drop, and this game is tied. A Keenan on Keenan single to level the game at 3. This number 78 swung through, and that ends the inning, but not before Wake Forest tacks on 2 runs to level. Afternoon. And this one hammered deep into left field, back along the warning track, and it's going to drop and hop over the fence for a ground rule double. Luke Lavin gets his first. 1-2. Marsh right back to Lavonis, holds the runner. They're going to try to go for the pickle here. Wake chasing down and gets the lead runner. Nice job there as Lavin got caught up. Payoff pitch. Down low, and that's a walk for Kettleson. Lavonis still in the driver's seat. And he gets a swing and a miss on the off speed. Beautiful breaking ball to pick up another Stanford. Can he deliver here? Swings through the fastball, 98 miles per hour, and Lavonis escapes. Against Cal State Fullerton through 86 in each of his other 2 games as Stein golfs this one up towards left field. It's playable, and McDonald calls for it. On base both times today. Chops this one in the infield. Tough play made. Throw across the diamond. Not in time. Williams was flying down the line. Steal, so he got the base and eventually scored as this one is shot right up the middle. Williams going to go first to third. Hesitates for a sec. The throw, not in time. Bounces off the glove of Moran. That one is hammered into center field. All the way back, and this one is a grand slam. 1 pitch, 4 runs for Luke Costello, his 4th of the season, and Wake Forest blows this game open here in the bottom of the 4th.
Fastball looked like it was center cut. 7 came back with a 91-mile-an-hour fastball.
And
where that's going to not be the case, but rarely does it you survive that. That's going to be really deceptive to the hitters.
That one clobbered into out center field, back against the batter's eye, and that's a 2-run shot. Jimmy Keenan with his 2nd hit of the day, 3rd run driven in, and that one, again, a no-doubter for the catcher. Wake Forest extends the lead here with its 6th run of the frame.
Another changeup. You know, the chess match always.
Well, this one is hit deep into left field, being tracked down, and the catch can't be made. McDonald miscalculated that one, and it's a double for Blake Schaff as he gets on into second base. Flared into right field. This is going to be a tough play to make for Marsh, and the sliding grab is there. Nice play in foul territory from the right fielder to finally stop the bleeding.
Wind.
Tokheim dribbles this one right back to Lavonis. Routine throw over to Lewis at first, and that's one away. Lavonis has had his high points today with 8 strikeouts. As this one is golfed into left field, being tracked down by Miller, and he makes the play along the warning track. Deep fly ball puts 2 time this weekend. As he hits this one deep into left field, it's going to hang along the warning track, and play made once again. That's Jackson Miller and left all his speed. Williams lines this one right up the middle, and that's a 3rd base hit for number 14. Make it 6 hits. The series with a double and now a walk as well, as this one is lined over the head of Nadai at second. Williams had to hold up for a second as it was kind of a very lofting ball off the bat of Cade Lewis. Wentz drives this one right into right field. Williams is going to turn and stay at 3rd base. So it's the first hit of the day for Wentz, but it's 3 singles in a row. Challenge with Costello, who pops this one up on the infield. That's exactly what you want if you're Stanford. Play made at first by Tokheim, and that's 1 out. Runners can't advance. Payoff pitch with the bases loaded. Conti lines it into left field. That's going to score at least 2. Williams and Lewis touch home plate. Lead extends to 11-3 on the RBI single from Matt. Swing and a miss, chasing outside. Nice pitch right there from Gomez. The 2-2 again. Rung him up for strike number 3, a backwards K, and that's back-to-back strikeouts for Cohen Gomez. Schmolke comes back with the fastball, and it's lined right up the center. Maybe that one seemed a little predictable after the big breaking ball.
Yeah, tried to. 1 sore foot.
And that one issued down low, so it's the first walk of the season. Hits this one right up the middle, flares on the Wake Forest logo, and it's going to hold the runners at 2nd and 3rd. So 1 pitch, a single, the 2nd hit of the afternoon. Payoff pitch. In there for a backwards K. What a nice choice there on the payoff pitch. Up high, walk issued, and that's the first. Payoff pitch. Just off the plate, and now that's back-to-back walks. And make it twice. As now with one down. And that one. An RBI walk for McDonald as Stanford plates one more. They'll do the rotation and
two.
Sasaki drills this one into center field. Williams giving chase. The play is made, but that will advance the runners home and to third base. So 2 outs, runners on the corners, and that will
slope.
That delivery much closer to the zone, but it's ruled another. Emptying the benches are both sides. As that one gets past Keenan, and the runners will all advance. One more run comes home, and that makes it a 12 on the season. Just 1 of 5 at the plate, but he strikes out looking there. And finally, the inning comes to the end after 5 walks. Starts off with a pitch that is lined right back towards him. His hat falls off, and Gian with a missile to get on to first base and to strike out. And he gets it. Catches Nadai looking, and that's 1 out on the board. The first K in the
his arm side. It looked like a little late sink to it.
Stoll lines this one, and it gets past Lewis at first. Trickles into foul territory. Gian making his way towards third. Stoll will get into second, and that's 2 in scoring position. But that one more on the first baseman Lewis than it is on Mark.
Base.
Let's see what he goes with here. And it is a swing and a miss. And that one just off the plate. Once again in this ball game, and this one ripped into right field. That's going to bring home at least 1. Second run coming around. Gian scores first. Sliding into home. Sasaki clips that one. Jones gloves it, tags Sasaki, and ends this ball game. It was a bit drawn out, but Wake Forest gets the job done and takes this one 12-9 in leg 1 of a doubleheader against Stanford. Make it 14.